Hello and welcome back. I'm Joe and this is Work Ascent Resources, Soviet Republic Season 3. Now, it's been a little slow lately. It's going to change. I have a plan. This is going to be a multi-part episode. I don't know if 2 or 3, but we're going to build a big industry. We're going to build a big city to support that industry. Then we build another industry that's also going to be supported by that city. And we'll see how that goes. And all of that will happen. Nope. Yep, that one. Up there, on this mountain, to our right. It will be glorious, and it will be worth your time. Stick around. You may ask yourself, what industry are you talking about? What do you need? I mean, seriously. There are 2 industries that I'm specifically thinking of. Industry number 1, which has all the resources. Let's see if I can zoom out enough to make this actually make sense. There are resources down here, uranium. Right over here by this mountain pass, we have some uranium. I want a lot. I wanna go really big on that uranium production, and then obviously nuclear production with that. That's important. That's number 1. Number 2, because loyalty is a thing now, cars. For cars, we are producing a couple things already down here in, what's it called? It's now called Dubasalia. I don't know what to do with that A. You know what I mean. Duba. We're going to be in Duba. Duba is going to produce electronics with plastics, electronical components, and mechanical components. We are not producing mechanical components at this point. That is still a requirement. And I don't see a good reason why we can't just produce mechanical components in this area as well. Because, as you can see, why not? That's the only reason. There's no other reason for any of that. Now I'm looking here at our lines. Sorry, I'm wiggling around a lot. We are playing at slow speed now. I don't want to run into winter again. And see how this works. I think I will just have to play with signals just a little bit while we're getting up here, because looking at this, we don't have that many options. We will need to run a train up here into this area for sure. I should probably start with that. Can we even do that? Too steep. No, not too steep. Perfect. That's honestly all I wanted to see, because if we can't get a train line in here, I know that we can plan for everything. We already have some excavators over here that... Oh, these are the slow ones. Boo. No, we're not playing that game anymore. No, sorry. You get out of here. Excavator, yes. What is the good one? This guy. Level 37. Cool. This one looks nice. But no, we're gonna stick with these guys. Sure, 12 for now, because this is a mountain and we are going to have to manipulate it quite a bit. I like how many trains are going through here already. That's perfect. Yes, so uranium mine is going to start. I will build the industries first and the cities second. Why? Because my industries, I honestly at this point don't know how many workers I will require to serve them. Look at all the helicopters. I hope you can see that on the video. There's a lot of helicopter action going on. That's great. I am envisioning this. Uranium mines here. Basic uranium production and facilitation down here, potentially, if I don't have to take away too much of the swamp. Maybe one more uranium related industry out here, so everything around the rail portion. That would be nice. Nice, it's queuing. I actually want them to queue. That is a point here. This guy should have not been out here. So the problem is that we currently don't have fuel where it's required. So everyone is slowing down. I don't mind this, but it's good to know. So uranium in this corner should be pretty straightforward. I would like the city in this general area. Like there's a square here. I'm going to pack this one. This is not going to be a small city. So we will actually have to set up supply lines and all that good stuff. And that should be fine. And then car manufacturing, I don't see a reason why we can't have that happening over here. There's a relatively flat area right out on this side. And there's obviously a path that we can get down there with. So cars, mechanical components, but we will also need a way to bring steel to the mechanical component factories. That is a lot of stuff that we have to build. I am planning on using vanilla mostly, because for those industries, I don't see a good reason to use any of the other ones, because I don't want to go super big, and I definitely don't want to go small. So somewhere in between there should be a good starting point. So let's just get going. Stop babbling on about things that you don't need to talk about. This is going to take a little while to construct, and I hope we can actually finish that. But fossil fuels, I highly doubt that. Energy, maybe? I really don't know where the uranium stuff is. Nope. Alcohol, food crops, nope. Miscellaneous. Has to be. Concrete, cement, gravel, clothes, wood, nope. Chemical storage is oil, nope. Metallurgy, storage is steel, nope. Advanced industries, nuclear, haha, uranium mine, yes. I'm assuming the modded version, honestly, I don't know. Maximum production per worker, 100 tons of uranium ore? No. 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 Where is it? Oh, it's not exactly where I meant it to be, or what I wanted it to be. That's okay. This is kind of where I wanted my my loop-de-loop for the rail, but I will just have to build around that or work around that. How many of these can we actually plop here? I thought we're gonna have an opportunity to have more than one. So we'll just go like. So the problem I'm running into right now is I was thinking, and I didn't even look at the source. I did not look at the source. I was thinking that the mountain is up here that has all the resources, not over here. I do need to see the source, otherwise I will just run into other problems later on. This one, you are 58%. That's pretty terrible. Out here, you are 30. That's not even worth doing anything with, I think. How about out here? 28%. That's a little better. Come on, give me something. 31%. That's a little better. If I can get both of these to add up to about 100%, okay, that's going to be as good as we can get it. Oh, no, wait. Wait. But wait, there's more on 27%. Okay, we'll just plop 3 down, and that should be a good start. Okay, there's our uranium mines. They are producing uranium because that's what uranium mines are supposed to do. So the next thing we need is just get a storage in here. I am not terribly worried about... I don't know what I'm going to do with the rail loop that I actually want to plop in here eventually. Tunnels will be good. I think I will... do I have to just do the rail loop first? My only problem is this is the only real access point that I will have to this area, and I'm actually anticipating that this will be a relatively busy section for everything that we want to do. So what, how, why, where should I do here? I don't like that all of these fuel trains are coming out here. There should be refueling near the terminal, but right now we don't have the fuel. That's still being fixed. Okay. Think. We have to go up here. This one has to come out here. There is a little bump here. That's good. There's a little bump. Let's use this bump. First things first. That's not the button that I wanted. First things first. Let's raise this side to at least the same height as the opposite side. As those excavators are pretty meaty. Okay. Right there should be good. And now we get some concrete, not concrete rail, but concrete bridge electrified because, let's be honest, anything that's not electrified is just not worth it here. Ooh, the short piece. I like it. How are we looking there? How high are we? We are at a terrible angle, at a really terrible angle. I thought I was going to do a better job here than that, so no. Take that one out, lower this instead to the same height. I don't even know what the right height is. Let's see here. You're still nowhere near what I want to be. I guess that is the same height, but that is essentially the height of the rail that's running right next to it, and that's not going to help. So let's raise this again. I wonder what those dark green spots are. That's new. I haven't seen that before. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Let's try this. Let's try this just to see how it looks. Have you go over there? Are you interfering with anything? You aren't, and you are not as slimy as, not as slimy, but as steep. That's the word. As steep as you were before. If this happens to you where you have dirt landing on your track, just plop down a couple signals. That sometimes helps. It obviously doesn't help all of it, but it helps a little bit. It's not really about keeping everything pretty. It's just about keeping things moving and reasonable. There's just a little dirt on there. It's just an older track. We're not going to make this super pretty right now. That's fine. Okay. That's the first piece. Now we have to go down here and run track essentially somewhere up this valley that has to go somewhere. Ideally, I should probably zoom out. You're right, I probably should. How about we zoom out? Yeah, that's a great idea. Have you run just parallel to this guy? That should work. There you go. Because the city is going to be here. And then ideally, I would like another piece of rail running right through here. Yes, we're going to start with some level crossings here. I'm not sure if that will be the final version of this, but for right now, that's a pretty good start. Somewhere here will be a passenger station, but actually I am planning on having that passenger station be not part of the main line, so I hope that I can have any of the steel trains that run through this not blocked, and the passenger trains not blocked either. Maybe I just have the passenger station right here as like a pass-through. Actually, I don't need a pass-through. This can just be a simple terminal station, and that would solve all my problems that I may think I have. Don't know that I have them yet, but that's my plan. Realistically, there's not gonna... I say realistically, but I don't know realistically. I don't know if I need another track connection here because of the industries that I may or may not add to this side. I'm not gonna raise all of this, I hope. I may have to. There's enough flat ground here that we can probably build on, so I'm just gonna say we may have an industry out there that needs a rail connection. And if we do, that is connected now. If we don't, then that is not connected. This guy, yeah, you're gonna fight me. Yep, I can see that. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's been a little while since I did a real cloverleaf junction, but I'm gonna fight through this. You don't have to sit through all of that, but all I want to do is connect all directions to everything here. The other way... Ooh, that's different. That's different and provocative. I like it. The other way is... not gonna work. The other way is just to use this single track that I already have here. Crossing not allowed. Yeah. It's too close. It's just too close to everything else. Using this single track that I already have to connect up to this section to make it a double track, so we just turn around, simply turn around here instead of make it complicated. Do I need everything to be connected to everything? Probably not. Would I like everything to be connected to everything? Absolutely. Game, don't crash. Game crashed. Game crashed. Game crashed. The game crashed. It crashed the game. And the only thing we have now is not the cloverleaf that I already started. I'm not sure that the cloverleaf where I had it would have been the best option anyways. Something that I could and should consider is maybe taking back this junction a little bit. It's just going to be complicated right now because everything is already hooked up. So having you come there and no, it would technically have to disconnect that side, this side, disconnect, disjoint, whatever you want to call that. It's not really what I want to do here. Okay, the other thing that we can do, a train can technically come from this side and connect to this guy. Pretty straightforward. Nothing complicated here. You don't have to think about that one. And then a train, and we can hopefully fix this. The train could also get onto this track pretty easy. Plus, a train could get onto the next track if I remove that piece and have a piece of rail coming in here. I don't like this. I don't like how ugly this is going to be when I'm done with it. Come on, come on. Do this a little better. I hope that train that's currently going into the tunnel is not going to block everything. But it's hard to predict. What I want is a curve that goes right here. Good. Stretch you out a little bit. Very good. Then I want another curve that goes in here. Obviously, we can't have a signal right there. That goes into this area. Very good. Then I want a curve that essentially connects both of these, which just means one guy goes there. This is not the best junction design, but I'm trying something a little different, just to see if that's a real option. Game, don't you dare crash again. I don't like that there's a train just parked here. Oh, there's a red signal. Oh, because I removed the signal. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes perfect sense. I do want this to be mostly double tracked on this side, because I do anticipate this section in general to be relatively busy. What angle are you complaining about, game? Come on. That wasn't complicated at all. Just let me do my thing. Signal here, and then we should be good there. This guy looks like we're missing a signal here. That also means we're missing a signal here. Maybe, I don't know. Doesn't look like we really are, but that's fine. Okay, just trains can come in here. That is our entry to the whole section, which tells me I can probably use this bridge that I started on here earlier, just in a different manner. I kind of like where the bridge was. Not gonna lie to you, I kind of like where it was. Can we get over here? No, we can't. Not even a little bit. Terraforming again, because reasons. We do have the good excavators already, so let's use them. Sometimes it helps if I just zoom in enough where I'm like, no, you're not exactly where I want you to be. You're kind of getting there. I made the circle a lot smaller so it doesn't overwhelm that side again, like it did earlier, where everything was dirty and just gross. On the track, get this one out. Really? Worked so much better the first time that I did this. Very annoying. Yeah, but that's terraforming for you. Did I mention this will be a multi-episode endeavor? Because it will be. Because there's no way I'm going to get this done anytime sooner than that. There's going to be a lot going on here. A lot of industries, a lot of add-ons, a lot of... Oh, come on. Is that what I want? I don't like how that looks. I want the shorter piece. I just didn't want you to be as tall. There you go. That's what I want you. It's not ideal, but we will have to go up a mountain here anyways. Let's just say this is a reasonable grade. It's not, but let's say it is. Yeah, okay. Cool. I actually would like the track to run a little further out here. And if you don't mind, game, I would like this piece right in front of that bridge to be a little better level. So we can actually make this look nice. There you go. Now you straighten that out. That's good. You come down here, then you run by the water. That's good. I want that middle piece, maybe, potentially, I'm not even sure if that's going to be worth it, for industrial use later on. But we'll just see how that works out. You are the outside track, so let's use you as the outside track. Cool. That's the widest curve I can create here. I'm not sure why I zoomed in that far. It's not really necessary. And normally when I do this, I tend to stay further away from the zoom, but hey, here we are. Apparently that did connect, even though it complained that it didn't connect, so now it's connected. Cool. Let's go back into here. Make a nice swooping turn. Very good. You go up here. Relatively straight. That looks good. And then you already know where I want to connect the second piece. There will just be some rail and some road connection going up here. I did change my mind. I would like a road connection on this side. It just connects to an existing road, doesn't have to do anything fancy. And then I want to run the rail connection on the opposite side or the outside of that, and not have them cross again if I can avoid it. This should work perfectly. Connect you. Rail, rail, rail. Come on, there you go. It'll be nice if I can use more than one excavator on rail projects like this one. when I just have to level out the land a little bit just to speed it up. But honestly, it doesn't take that long, even with one excavator. So that is fine. Got that one in there. So this is our rail connection for this area. It is an afterthought, 100%. But it should work. It should get us what we need. Just fine. Cool. Wow, there's going to be a lot that I have to add into this, so I don't actually want to start building this rail construction yet, because when they start, it'll be harder to manipulate that, and that's just not cool. Excellent. Now that we have that, I can try to fit in my storages. This is just for uranium storage. I would love it very much if all of them could combine into a reasonable space. This is not a terrible space, honestly, but they're not, none of them are really lined up for that area. So I think I will plan on putting you up here. Cool, very good. And make sure you go a little bit into the mountain so you can actually connect the road that you have there on that facility. Otherwise, that's going to be pretty hard. That looks good. Yep, you still want to connect there. That is perfect. Let's get our standard 3-to-1 conveyor. One will come from that side. That's fine. One will come from this side. That is pretty standard, I would say. I'm trying to line you up in a way that you're tall enough that you can actually go over the rail that's there, and then we can also line you up here. This one does not need the 3-to-1 conveyor, so we're going to use a different one for this one. The 3-to-1? Wow. Did they change? Where's my simple one? Heavy duty conveyor engine 3 and with perpendicular road. Interesting. Haven't seen that one. This is what I'm looking for. Nothing too complicated, it's just an extension. Okay. All of those are connected for now. Excellent. And they will bring the uranium ore into right here. Awesome. Then what we do? Yes, then what do we do? Uranium processing plant. Takes uranium ore and just turns it into uranium oxide. Perfect. This requires engineers and regular workers. A lot of them. Okay. I would say the uranium mine itself, I would like to see you. You can produce 75 tons of uranium ore a day. Okay. And you can consume 36 tons. So the 3 that I have here, if they were at 100% production, they could each fuel almost 2, more than 2, of these processing plants. But since there are 3, I think a good translation is 3. Just 3 of these should get us something going. I don't love where the connections are, the factory connections, because that means I can really only effectively put 2 here. Okay, let's see what we can do. Maybe we'll just do 2, because this will require a lot of workers, and that's fine. Put one there for now. Plop one on the other side like this. If I'm lucky, I may be able to produce more. Okay, I gotta check something real quick. Uranium oxide. Is that open space storage? Aggregate storage, open space. Okay, that makes sense. I'm trying to figure out what is transported in here, and the uranium oxide goes into open space, which makes me think it's in a container, potentially. So let's see. Can we use any of our open storages? I think a small one is plenty right here. Plenty. If I could. I don't see a good reason why this doesn't fit. Yeah, that's what I thought. You can fit there. You should fit here. That's our connection for the uranium oxide. That is fine. We will need a conveyor that actually gets us there. 1, 2, 3. I saw there was one that actually did it the way I wanted it to. I'm not sure if that's worth it. But even putting it this way, it's not going to allow me using a third one without having a separate storage, which is not the end of the world, but it's fine. But since this is fighting me, we're just going to do this now. I'm going to put this more central, so it's not, well, it's not ideal where it is. Put that one more central, make sure that these two can connect to that guy. That looks good. Then replace the storage. I know that I cannot connect a rail here. Is a rail required for this one? I'm going to say no because I don't want to do anything with this uranium oxide besides process it further. So I'm going to leave that one out. Use the same open storage that I had. I think the other side would be more beneficial. And I have a feeling, I don't know this for sure, I have a feeling that can actually get you in here. Control, left control is actually letting you toggle the connections that you see that I'm toggling there. Too long. Too long. Not too long. Too long. Do you get in here? Too steep. Too steep is a problem, but the too long is not really a problem because we can manage that. Okay, let's try that again. Storage here. I think this is gonna work. Probably not. Maybe it is. Hard to tell. Too sharp. Okay. Got another try. Don't worry. I would like to use as few connections as possible, but I always advocate for... Oh no, don't do this. Should have turned this on a long time ago. Always advocate for give yourself enough like buffer storages, so when you don't have transport for whatever reason, like you just turned your whole fuel production off for the Republic, that your whole production doesn't just stop. You can actually continue, and then you have a little buffer just to continue doing whatever you wanted to do later on. So don't... If this takes a little bit of time, it's usually worth it. A little bit of time, not all the time. So what we're going to do, move the production zones a little further out. Wow, I have no idea how long this is actually going to take me to make. I would love it if this was a quick one and done type of thing, but it really obviously is not going to be that way. Yes, we're just going to use the space that's here. That should be fine. We're a little higher now than we were before. T for rotating since the latest patch or the latest update, whatever you want to call that. More an update, I think. Let's see, can I just flatten that out a little bit? This looks good. Then get me another connection. Open storage. Thank you. If you followed my... there was a test that I did not too long ago about open storages. What's faster? The one with the... cargo station connected or the one without. Turns out the open storages are pretty quick. You don't need anything else if you have open storages, so don't worry about that. The only thing you have to worry about is actually supplying fuel. No, not fuel, power. They have power, they're faster. If they don't have power, they're about the same speed as a cargo station, it seemed like. So we're not going to connect anything fancy there. This is going to be our uranium oxide production. It's going to be truck heavy. I'm okay with that. I like trucks. They have a need. Too steep of an incline, no. No. Game, just... No. There you go. Yes, they have a reason they're there. I would like this to connect to some places because I would actually love it if I could use the new... Just if we come out here, the new transfer functionality. Maybe that's not the right word for it. The new transfer option is kind of something that I want to use. Oh, come on, game! Don't make it look like it's crashing again. Something that I want to use here just because it's new and shiny, and I want to use it. Oh, you're gonna fight me? Why are you fighting me? There's just too much slope here. Railway crossing, too steep, too something, too everything, to go away. I saw something green. That's all I care about. You're green. Wow, I am just zoomed in today. Means you're fine. You should be able to connect here. We are in a mountain, and we are part of the aftermath. What I should have done is actually plant this to be the uranium mine and move this rail line either to the left or to the right more, but not go straight through our only uranium field that we have on the main part of the map. That's my bad. Pretty. I mean, who else is at thought? Fault. Wow. Words. I don't want to put a bridge here, simply because we have bridges too much. Not too much, but I have a lot of bridges already. All of this is dirt path. I'm still in the planning stage. I'm not sure that I like everything that we're doing here. And I want to be able to just cancel important pieces of infrastructure. This is a mistake. This is not the thing that I think it is. This is not a through connection conveyor, which tells me I'm just not going to use this one because I want this to be an actual through station. What was I saying? Something really important that everyone wanted to hear, which was... Yeah, I don't remember. It wasn't that important. It wasn't important enough. That's fine. So that one goes there, and this one... come on. Really just going to use it to lower down that area here so we can actually place something that's not as sharp. There you go. There's a connection. I would think there's a bus stop right here. I think we can just plop that right in. I don't know. It doesn't feel like there's going to be a change of this, because this bus stop should be able to supply workers to both of these uranium mines. This uranium mine can probably be supplied by a bus stop here that will supply everything in this area. Is a bus stop going to be enough? There were 60 people required there. Uranium mine. I think I'm shooting myself in the foot here. I don't think a bus stop is enough, is it? Uranium mine. 100 workers. So 100 plus 75 twice, so 150. So 250 needs to be dropped off in this area on a high frequency, plus more here. I still think we can do it. I don't think it's completely out of the question, especially if we use the transfer functionality. I think that can save us. And I would like to push it to the brink. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, we'd just add more capacity to whatever we need. That's going to connect. Wow, I didn't actually expect that to connect, but that's nice. That's a nice bonus. There we go. The game likes me. Cool. Yeah, this one can connect. This one, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with you yet. You can go right there. This one is actually pretty important that that gets connected nicely. Building in the way. Nothing is in the way there. Yeah, just do this. You could have done this first. Oh, come on. I don't want to crawl up the mountain. There we go. You can just continue that way. I'm not sure where this road is going to go yet, but this is going to be pretty important. Maybe the rest of our industry is going to be in this area. That could be. That's very plausible. Let's see here. Power, I'm not worried about yet. We have 2 bus stations. That's a pretty good start. The city will be right here. I think that's very doable by a couple buses, especially if you use asphalt roads and just 2 separate lines. There's going to be 200 people required here per shift, 250 here per shift. That is 750 plus 600 because you have to times 3 if you want the actual number of workers that you need just for this area, which is not bad. That is 1350 plus a couple utilities and other things around the city. So that's about 1500 just for this area. That is borderline not doable by bus. Should I change my mind on this? If I do change my mind, what could I do? What could I do? I do see one opportunity here. Just one. I don't know if that's going to work, but I will try it anyways. If I extend... Sorry, my nose is really itchy today. I don't know what's happening. If I extend this out just for a little bit, and this is more like to find a plateau, which there isn't a plateau here. And then merge this into a single track. That's important because if I do more than this, I would be able to use a tram or a smaller train to come in here. extend you out a little bit more. Come on. Just a little bit. Don't have to fight me. There you go. Extend you out a little bit more. And then again, using a real transfer station, this bus station is really far away. Let's see, what do we have? What do we have for train stations that I can use here? For citizens, yes. Something really small, like this one. If I want to use the train transfer station, I can't use this guy. I just can't. Something that I could do, that I absolutely could do, that I probably should do. I think I found the winner. I'll plop this in here. It doesn't have to be complicated. Get rid of all this malarkey. No longer required. That turn also looked hideous. We do all of this. Put a simple... If I do this, I give myself a lot more room to turn around. If I put a simple switch in there, this is a relatively long train for what we want here. No, it's not. Now you're just lying to yourself. Make it a little longer. Same one. As long as possible. There you go. Cool. That one can go there. That one can go in here. Yeah, there's a little swoop in there. That's a little stupid. Let's do that same thing without the swoop. There you go. That's a pretty decent length train. That should work. If we now are able... Sadly, you're connecting to the wrong side, but that may be fine. All I want is for you to effectively be able to send people from here to this bus stop, and then from here to this bus stop. And that's really just an extension of what they can transfer. And now we can use a train to bring 450 people into this area at a pretty high frequency, because if we have 1 or 2 trams or 1 or 2 big trains on here, which last time we built a train, that's actually going to be perfect for this. I think that will be just fine. So bringing that one in there, this train's just going to drop off right here. It's not going to use a transfer station yet, but I don't think I am done with that idea at this point. There are some other options that I have. I do wonder, do I have, is this a... Oh, this is the single station with a bus stop. I want this one. Will that even work? No, because I am transferring. If I transfer... Oh no, that totally works. That totally works. Yes. Demolish, 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 demolish. I may change how far this crossing happens. But yes, I like this. How many people can you have waiting here? That's maybe a good question to answer. 320, that's a lot. That's plenty. Yeah, that will work. Come on, come on. I'm gonna delete that road if I have to. Don't make me delete this road. Can I do it on this side? Oh, come on, game. Alright, I'll allow this. No, I'm too far away. There we go. We're getting there. Getting there. I wouldn't say that's better, but that does what I need it to do. There's that road. That is perfect. There is this rail that's pretty close to what we had before. This one can... Oh, we're just going to go there. You don't have to connect there. You can connect straight here. Yes, they will have to cross the road. They're old enough. They know what they're doing. I'm not worried about them getting run over by a train. That should be fine. This can all connect however it wants to connect. That should be fine. This is fine. And now we can still use this as a transfer station for what's to come next. What is to come next, B-Ball Joe? Well, we have trucks already here being able to transport the uranium oxide to wherever I need them to transport it to. I would like to use this area. I'm not sure if that's going to be the wise decision. Note that this is currently not set up to receive anything via train. I say currently because I'm just seeing an option where I can actually change that. Let's go to our conveyors. There we go. Train aggregate unloading. Good. There is an open spot right there where we could unload some uranium into. There's an open spot up here. Well, there's one here, but that's not really accessible. There's one here. Now that one is more accessible than I want to give it credit for. But I think it would just... There's not a good fit here. I think what I want to do is hook up to this rail right here with a double single station, or double single track. What am I saying? It's just like I don't know what words I'm trying to use today, so I'm just using nonsense. Great, nobody knows what you're talking about, so that's totally helpful. What's this one? Train aggregate unloading. You look pretty harmless. Can I use you? I'd like to use you. Can I flip you? It flipped. Did it work? I don't think this road is conducive to what I want to do there, but I like how this looks. I like how this looks. It does flip too. I thought there were still problems with that, but it did it. I don't like where the road connection is at all, actually. But it's something different. I want to use it. So why don't we... Let's try this. Can we connect here? No, we cannot. Must go from input to output. Oh. Oh, this is an out. This is not an in. That's my problem. Now that is an easy thing to fix. Get me the 3-to-1. Thank you. 3-to-1 right here, coming right up. You're actually connected now. Wonderful. Make everything green. Cool. That looks good. That looks good. That's connected where I want you to be connected. Wonderful. And then just extend out. Sure. Can you extend out there? No, you can't. I actually don't want you to do that. I want you to stay on the outside track. That's good. Too steep of a descent. No, it's fine. It's fine. Straight. Too steep still. Oh boy. Okay. Get you in here. And if we split this out right from the get-go, we will have two pretty good sized drop-off stations there. You could argue we can probably fit a turnaround track in here if we really wanted to, but where would we put that? If we do that, we would have to connect onto this side. Like that. Exactly like that. And then we have to delete this piece of track because it no longer belongs here. Okay, it looks like I deleted the right thing. Then we would add another piece of track that runs really in parallel to this one up until this turn. Then it would complain a little bit about the steepness of something that is really not that steep because it should just do it. And then we would realize that we didn't actually use the inside track, which is a lot sharper than the outside track. So we would have to do this whole thing again, hope that it still works, realize that it probably does, get this guy connected somewhere along the line. Sure, there looks good. And now we would have a double in and an actual real out instead of having to back out on the same track. That does not look bad at all. I like it. This is just for extra iron ore. We could use it also going the other way around, but where's the fun in that? So there's some extra iron ore, uranium that comes in there. So this section at this point I would call is pretty much saturated with whatever we want, because all we need for this part is just the uranium mine with the resource, which we have now. Uranium processing plant, which turns it into uranium oxide and open storage, and then the next one needs uranium oxide and chemicals. Chemicals, 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 and then it will produce a radiation protected UF6, which is definitely in a container, and it needs a lot of power. Interesting, a lot of power to produce this. Very good. How big are you? You're not that big. Okay, okay, that's good. Consumption at max production. 2 tons of uranium oxide. We can produce 1.7 tons. So it's pretty much a 1-to-1, so I can only have 2 of these. If I can only have 2 of these, and I'm going to ignore the chemical production that we have at this time, because I simply don't know what that's going to be yet. You consume 0.2 chemicals a day. That's a truckload. That's nothing. And uranium oxide, that's also a truckload. So the only thing I should worry about for this one is actually nothing, because 0.96 tons of UF6 is also not a lot. So these can really be handled by a couple trucks and nothing else. The only thing I need to worry about here is actually bringing workers in. How many workers do we need? 80 and 40. That is a ton. That is a ton. If I want to do 2 of those, that's 240 people that I have to bring in here on top of the 250 in this corner, 200 over here. That's 450 plus another 240. We are at 7. Why am I blanking? 450 plus 240 is 690. So 700 workers times 3. The city's already 2,100 people just for this, which 2,100 arguably is not a lot. Let's see how I can fit this in. I would like to fit it in right here. I'm not sure that's going to work. Just for optical reasons, I would like to make this mirrored like this. That's good. I would love it. Otherwise, I'm not going to do this. I would love it if I can add a road cargo station on this side. Flip it. Good. I don't see a reason why you can't connect to the correct thing. That's not what I wanted. This one. You connect right there. Cool. I don't mind at all if you actually would be a bridge here. Bridge there, bridge there. Wrong bridge selection. This is the bridge selection. Bridge selection. Can you come over here? Yes, I know you can use E and Q to actually raise and lower them, but that's not really how I like to play, and you can still not get over this. I know that I can get this in there if I really wanted to. I could potentially use... No, that's too far away. I don't mind having the direct connection here, because that means I can actually just use one truck to bring in the uranium oxide into this area and then be done. Another truck to bring in the chemicals, which we could also just drop them off directly in the station, and so on. How are we looking? Oh, this is just too flat. Okay, let's see. Get me the excavators. Make this smaller. I think there's too much build at this point that I won't be able to get the height that I want out of this without raising the actual bridge. Right, one more time. I actually don't need a trolley bridge. This one is probably fine. It says nope. It says maybe. That's what it says. You go in here, relatively happy. All I have to do now is bring that up to a decent height. I think this may actually work. Actually, no, because we already decided that you can't actually bring it up any higher than that. So, bridge, how do you look when I extend you? You're not a good curved bridge. Okay, got it. You don't have to be. If I extend you like that, you actually don't look terrible. I don't think you do. If anyone tells you otherwise, don't believe them. So, yeah, I think this is now a chemical truck, the oxide truck, and then one export truck, which an export truck, we can actually park one in each of these guys. That should be pretty straightforward. Now we still need a bus station. Let's not use that one. Let's use one of these bus platforms, the smaller one. That looks good, just to make it... This is just to make it look nice. There's no... I say it like that, but you can't actually go through them. I have to use the modded one for that, so we're just going to use the one we can actually get through, which is this guy. Have you actually not connect there, extend you out just a little bit that way. Then you can connect there, because this should be another bridge. Why bridge? That's just a little nicer than the alternatives. How high can you go? Okay, that looks better. That's potentially the right height. This is potentially bad. Am I losing people? I'm not losing people, and we're only playing on pretty slow speed. So I think I wanna hope that we're pretty safe. That looks good. This one, I'm just gonna connect up here because I'm not sure what I'm gonna do up in the hills on this part of the map yet. But for right now, this should actually connect what we need. Yes. Let's turn all this gubbins off. 2 bridges there to get everything in. Is this over-engineered? A little bit. It could be a lot better because having a train actually bring in the people here could help. But having 1 or 2 trains always drop off a lot of people here, which will either go to the different platforms or get... Ooh, I have an idea. Do I? Yes. So there's a problem. If I have a big train coming into this area, dropping off people right here, this one can only hold 320 people in between. These regular bus stations, let's look at them. Maybe it's not a problem. Can only hold 200. So if a train comes in, no, a train would have to have 600. No, 400 is 200 plus 200 is 400. Plus 320 is 720. So a train can have a max of 720 people to drop off here to fill up all the stations, all the platforms, and have 320 people sitting there, which would then be transferred to the station and could be picked up by a bus to go down here. I think that is plenty. We just need a train that can actually do that. I think there will be 2 trains or so similar that brings that many people in here. It's a pretty short trek, so that should be fine. How are we doing on time? Pretty close to how long I want to make this. Uranium conversion plant is what we just built. It's down here. There's 2. There's 2 of these, so that makes sense, I think. Yes, 1.7. If these are completely maxed out, I will be impressed. The next one we have to build is just this guy, and you need UF6 and more chemicals. And you can transfer 0.4 tons of UF6. You can produce 0.96. So I can build 2 of these for 1 of these if I go 100%. But this one requires another 120 people, which more educated than uneducated. You would think that's not a problem in my republic, but it may be a problem. Maybe I have to concentrate on that a little more. But okay, so technically I can build 4 of these to manage everything that's down here. Okay, 4 of those. It's just the fuel that we want to get in. I would like to keep this space a little unoccupied because, you know, I want people to work there. So I don't see a good reason why we can't use this side of everything. We could even run a road connection over here. The road connection to that station is not going to be that far. I don't think it is. It would actually be great if I can build a shortcut in here. There's a shortcut if you walk, but I also need a shortcut if you drive. There we go. Have that a little intersection. That should work. I think this one will be our real connection. No, this one will be our connection to the city. I like it. Give myself a little reminder there and run a road connection up here into... Oh, come on. We're so close. Just let me close it. Yes, just there. Is that connected? No, it's not connected. It's like the F4 it snapped to it. It didn't connect to it. That's lame. That means we don't need that anymore. We can make this an actual curve. We can make this an actual curve. Come on, game. You know what I want. There you go. That looks good. Yeah, we're gonna set up the rest over here. Wow, there's a lot of space here. Could have just gone there in the first place. We are going to set up the rest over here. And I'm going to continue with dirt roads. Dirt roads are a great, amazing planning tool. So use it when you can, when it's appropriate. It's pretty easy now with the mass upgrade to upgrade your road to non-dirt roads anymore. Oh, come on, game. There we go. There we go. Yes, there. Awesome. I would like to run you relatively close. I know I just fought that for too long. I would like to run you relatively close to the rail. You never know what I'm going to do out here, and rail is already an infrastructure that exists, so I'm not going to really build across it anymore. This is a terrible connection because there was none. Okay, okay, I have that. There is an option to just branch off here and bring more people into this area. There's also an option, and I've been kind of ignoring that, but honestly, I may regret ignoring it. Okay, I don't need this road. I can make the same road connection out here. This connection is more a utility-based. I didn't think that was going to snap there, but this is more utility-based connection just for firefighters and construction in the beginning than anything else. This one probably needs to be a crossing, and then we may be able to actually get this road connection back. Use the correct buttons so you can actually do what you're trying to do. I don't want this. I don't want this to be disconnected like that. Cool. You should still work there. You can work there. That's fine. This looks a little ugly, but you know what? We're just going to fix it. I may still be able to reconnect that later on. But what I really wanted was this. Yes. And if I can, extend this a little bit, because if we can extend this reasonably. If I can get a train from another city dropping off whatever workers I have left over, which at this point, honestly, I don't have that many extra workers left over in my other cities. But if I can, I need to be able to do this from both sides. And this one will be a much longer train than the other side. So I think that will be prudent to have here. And then whoever gets dropped off in this area, and I am starting to think 320 is not going to be a good number just because of the frequency of the buses. So let's see whatever option I have. This one can do 420. That's a little better. You can do 370. That's not much better. Trolley bus is no. I don't want to go humongous. 600 passengers. You're just a bus station. And I would really like to use the transfer station function right there. I do know that you can use the regular train platforms to do what I want to do. I just don't like it. I like the fact that this is a really short... See, I'm fighting. This is maybe a little too small, but it may be just fine. It may be just fine. Maybe I don't need anything extra. Another option that I could play with is, instead of making this a small station like this that has 200 people, just make it a larger bus station. So one of these bus platforms can fit 500 people. Obviously, right now it doesn't fit in here. I don't think it will actually fit in there even if I'm done with it. So I may have to put this here. But then I have to use the go here function for the transfer functionality, and I don't really want to do that. I kind of want to mix this. I'm going to leave this. 320 people are hopefully enough to wait there. 200 people here. Again, 720 people in this area can be dropped off by a train at one time. And then I just need a couple buses that bring people out here. And potentially just the bus going from there to there to there to there to there. Just gives you a little bit of in-between busing time, and then people can decide if they want to walk to work or if they want to get bused to work. Both should be feasible. What am I doing here? You are not currently connected. You need to be connected, and then we need a road connection. Otherwise, we can't build that. Yeah, this is good. Okay, I was saying the next expansion goes out here. I am partially thinking we could also put the car industry out here, but I much rather do that on the other side so we have actually segregated, separated just areas for things that we want to do. So the last one, nuclear fuel fabrication. 120 people, you need chemicals, and you have 6. And you produce containers. I don't see a good reason why we can't just put you... Flip you, put one on this side. There you go. That road looks really wrong. That's fine. Put one on this side, flatten this area out a little bit. Hopefully we don't get into the water. That looks good. Get one as far out as you can here. There can be a bus station right there. This one will obviously be a flip, like this. Maybe I just put them far enough out here that it works. Put one there, and then I would love it if we can actually... I don't think we can. I don't think there's a good way. Let's do this. I would like to combine all the storages, but honestly, that's not really a thing. Let's put a open storage medium with a train connection. Yeah, let's go crazy. I like it. Train connection right here would mean we have to... The single rail connection is there. That's not going to work. We could have a train run over here. Yes, we're going to do that. Because I want to do something a little bit more clever with the nuclear fuel. Yeah, that's the word. Nuclear fuel. Than I was doing with all the other stuff. So we actually want a train to get this picked up. And buses, if they want to. Trucks. If you want to pick up nuclear fuel in a bus, you probably took a wrong turn somewhere in your life. Don't do that. Can I... Yes, this is more like it. I would like the rail to be on one side. Why is there water here? There shouldn't be water there. I don't want to put these too far apart, but there should be good. Then, give me the other, actually, do I need a warehouse or do I just need a cargo station in this case? Warehouses and cargo stations do not cancel out the speed. I think I can put technically, probably. Don't see a reason why I couldn't put a warehouse here. What do we need? Let me double check something. We need just chemicals and you have 6. Not a lot of chemicals, that's 1 truck, maybe 2. And then 2 trucks of UF6, that's a cargo station. I would like to use a cargo station mostly because if I don't, then I would have to worry about storing something in certain places and dropping it off, and that's just weird. I can even do it this way. I can pull the cargo station out this way. It should be able to connect to the exact same thing on the opposite side, and that should be fine. Now we can just get a small warehouse, because I am assuming that we will have a lot more... I could connect this, but I really don't want to. No, we're just going to put this in the middle and call it good. I like it. Yeah, right here. Right here, try to line it up somewhat central with the open storage that we have here already. I'm trying to wrap this up. Sorry, it's taking a little longer than I want to, as usual, because this game is never on time. If you have your friend that's never on time, this game is that. Let's lower you. Oh no, game! Are you kidding me? There's 500 excavators here, but you cannot excavate over here. You gotta be pulling my leg. I mean, come on. There we go. You can trick the game just a little bit every once in a while. So the whole body of transformation is actually counted, not just where they can reach to. But this, I want it to look relatively even, so that works. Now I would like to put a just a small bus platform should be fine right here, mostly because I want it to look a little nicer. I still know that you cannot actually drive through these, so don't worry about that. Have you connect up right here. I would like there to be a queuing area for that guy. The bus itself does not need a queuing area. Or shouldn't need one. It will need a little bit. But it should be good right there. I will have this one come in here. That's good. Yeah, this can be a roundabout type thing. Doesn't have to be. Then this one, just a straight direct connection there and a straight direct connection here. That is perfect. I like how that looks. The last thing we're going to do today is get over this little bit of water. There's always the question, single track or double track? I don't think what I'm trying to do here is completely necessary, but I want to because it's more fun. Then I don't have to worry about the length of anything. There you go. Now you're talking. Turn that around. It's a turnaround track. I don't hate the look of this. Because now there's a queuing area and a get out area. It's a little different. And it's so straight. It's accidentally straight that I like it, but the train will come in on this side. This will be the queuing part. Don't see a reason why, if this is the queuing part, we can't do it on that side, buddy. Okay. Pick that out. That's fine. Go to the other side. There's water. Go to the other side. There is no water here, obviously. No, there's some water. Oh, this game. Just let me do my terraforming where I want to do it. There we go. And now we even have a little bit of queuing space for the train right here. This is probably a long enough train for a UF6. Actually, it's longer because it doesn't have to turn around, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, we're going to do that because I like it. We're going to abuse our junction that we have over here. This is not a picture-perfect junction. And I'll also use the inside track last again. Use the inside track first, the biggest curve, or the highest degree or whatever, because then you can do this. This is not a perfect junction because we have so many junctions right next to each other, and this over here is not going to, like, there's no queuing space in here. There's going to be one really long junction. That's not great because that may block trains over here, which makes me think maybe I can make this a triple track or a quad track or something like that to make it actually a little more usable. But not right now. For right now, get that one out there. This one will be in electrified rail, like this. A little easier than I thought it would be, but I'm not going to fight it because I don't actually want it to do anything else than that. I just need it to go over the swamp. That looks good. We still need power and all of that. You know, that's the last thing I usually throw in because it is. Now we can pick up the UF6 here. Life should be good. We completed the nuclear setup. Chemicals. That's the one thing I don't have yet. I don't have a way to get chemicals into this area, and it definitely has to be delivered by train. There's no other way to do so. I could abuse this line that we have here and put the chemical delivery out in this area, but that would mean I have to shortcut and have to be able to get out of this area without going through the open storage, because the open storage will block me if I do that. If I want to do that, I would essentially, I would need this to be double tracked and not dual direction anymore, which is probably better anyways. I'm going to do that. I will do that. Let's take this one back. Give me, this is all concrete track. Whenever I build it, it's just going to be concrete track for right now. Have you come out there, right to where you stopped. That looks good. Then have you continue out this way. That looks nice. Level out this stuff a little bit. The game is chugging along. Perfect. That's good. Then this one will be our return track. This one will be our entrance track. The return track needs, even if I connect you here, it's not going to help me much, is it? The return track, what do I need from you? I essentially need a way to bypass the open storage. That's what we really need. Let's get the bulldozer out here. Give ourselves a little more space for everything that we need to do. Wow. I can't believe that actually let me do it in a nice way, the way I did it there. If you go straight, have you go straight. Very good. You can come out here. If I can make this a little bit of a rail yard, I will. A little more room. Don't be shy. There's a little more room. Don't be shy. I wanna use the last couple meters that I have there. And then I need one section of this to connect directly into the outside. And the other part of this can continue straight, just by the water. Good. That's fine. Go straight into a warehouse. The warehouse is just going to be, for right now, it's just going to be chemicals. Technically, I guess I could connect chemicals right here, but if I do that, is there a way to do this for both? No, there isn't. If there isn't, I'd rather just have one truck drop off chemicals right there instead of directly delivering to one of them. It feels better to me. But doesn't mean, I can't put it here. I actually want to put you a little further out. Why is that? Because I need the angle and I need the room. I don't have excavators out here. Yes, sir. Not there, not there. There are excavators here. I guess it goes right here because game reasons. Oh, you son of... Okay, the plan is pretty simple. This is going to cross right here, like it is. And there's just going to be... Oh, we're gonna do this. You think we're gonna do this? Oh, we are going to do this. Probably not, though. Ah, game. You're gonna be ugly track, but it's fine. It's gonna work. Yep. Oh, gosh. Look at this. It's just like, what are you trying to make me do? And I'm like, I don't know. Just let me play the game. Oh, I deleted the whole warehouse. Perfect. That's what I wanted to do. That's what happens when you just click buttons. No, I can't. But that's what I want to do. Put the warehouse out here. I guess I could put the warehouse in the middle there too, but that would only happen because I have excavators there right now. That's not a good reason to do any of that. Have you come out there? Have you actually construction office? It's right here a good place? I don't see why there isn't because there's nothing else happening in here. So we'll just throw that in there. Helicopters come out here. Get this construction office going, please. So we can build the rest of this stuff. But yeah, the warehouse is going to go somewhere in this area. I don't know where yet. There's going to be a lot of train traffic. They will do their thing, and that will be wonderful. Then this I want to be a rail yard because I like rail yards. No other reasons. This is not required by any means for anything. It's just cool. Nice. I wasn't sure that you can actually take that turn that way. And we can get another one in, even better. You come out there. That looks great. Three on this side. We're never going to use it, but that's fine. This one will just have one right out there. This one will be the return track for that side. Technically, we can build this to be like a passing track. Like there. Now, if people have to turn around here for whatever reason, they can. This is already a big junction, so I don't care. But yeah, that should work. That should get us in here. The warehouse, again, is exactly what I had earlier and just deleted it. Flip that. That looks great. I'm gonna put it there. I just like it. That's the only reason. We could make this turn around too and go around the warehouse. I don't know yet how. We may change that later on. Wow. Hour 14. I did not mean to make it this long. Very, very sorry, but we are on a pretty good path for making nuclear happen over here. And once we're done with nuclear, we are counting out our vehicle production with mechanical components and everything else that they need. And once that is all done, we can build the city. So at least 2 more episodes just to get this one set up. And then we still have to build it because that's a thing. And then there will be more. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Sorry it's a little long. I hope the next couple episodes will be a little shorter, like 30 to 50 minutes. But we'll see how that goes. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. See you again next time. Bye.